I'm Dr. Neelesh. I'm working currently with Symbiosis as a Symbiosis Center for Alumni Engagement. Our main job or mission of the department, which I'm director of, is to connect with our alumni worldwide to form a meaningful program which will compel them to come back to home, which will they can contribute to mentoring, coaching, they can contribute to philanthropic work, they can help us in R&D, they can guide us how to take their contribution in education to make it more affordable, accessible, and internationalize it. That's about what I'm doing with Symbiosis. I have been working with industry for last 17-18 years after I did my PhD in nanotechnology. That's about my past.
So since we're talking about some digital platforms and what's your view on the growing social media usage among the students in India?
Okay, I mean, it's a no-brainer that students today are adopting digital platforms or media. I mean, the amount of device density that is being adopted in India is phenomenal. We have some of the report that I have seen recently says that our adoption is on the exponential side from a device perspective. The usage of Facebook and LinkedIn and WhatsApp is phenomenally high. And I'm quite sure that the data increase rate and device density and networks, these are the conducive factors that more and more people from rural area, from urban areas as well, will adopt to social media. So in the student community, I'm quite sure that even the age of going to social media and using WhatsApp has gone below 10 standard also. I mean, I can share my own personal experience that my own son uses WhatsApp to exchange a lot of study material, papers and all. And this was not an avenue when we were in 10th standard or 11th standard, right? So in a way, positively, I'll say that generation gap is, bringing down the time that is required to adopt new technology. It's phenomenally being adopted. That's my conclusion on the question you asked.
I so agree with you, but at the same time, there is this gap of what is being shared and how it's being shared, what is the content. So there is yet a filter to be defined between content that is being shared. So what's your take on that?
Absolutely. There has to be a filter on the content, on the amount of content that we share, and we should have a ethical view on what we are sharing. What is going to be the impact of the post, the blog, the WhatsApp forward I am going to make. And last 1 month or 2 months, every social media platform is coming up with their own criteria of what is being forwarded and all. So everybody who is adopting every individual who is adopting social media has to keep in mind the impact. It's a two-way sword, I'll say. You can use it for good as well, and you can use it as a bad social impact as well. So it's an individual attitude that we have to nurture and culture before using a judicious use of social media. Second point is we should respect privacy of an individual, because the amount of data we bombard or carpet bombard on the individual may disturb his privacy, may disturb his cultural beliefs, may disturb his professional beliefs, and that should not happen. That is where social media, people will move away from social media in my observation. So why only content moderation, the frequency moderation, the privacy, the ethical moderation, all sorts of filter has to be built in our attitude. I believe they should be ingrained in our DNA.
Well, I definitely believe that's one way of doing it, sir, and it's a very effective way of doing it. Also, so what would be your advice to the institutions that are still thinking of adopting social media in terms of the academics?
Adopt it today, or tomorrow you will be forced to adopt it, because their students, who is the main stakeholder in an educational institute, or their alumni, who are one of the major stakeholder, or the faculty member, they have started adopting social media. There is no there should not be any fear for technology adoption. We should manage it well and take a benefit out of it. That's all we have to do. But it's a immense force and all-pervasive force in my experience and opinion that technology is bringing. Either you use it for benefit, or you will be perished soon. And we have discussed today, in so many academicians and so many industry people have said that tomorrow's classroom teaching, tomorrow's education is going to be digital. Tomorrow's education has to be more affordable, accessible. It has to reach to corners of the country and the world, right? So we have to increase the adoption. We have to reduce the barrier in our mindset. We have to change mindset. Any technology adoption, social adoption, prompts for cultural changes in any vertical. So we have to be ready for that. And if we do that, I don't think there is any problem, any challenge in adopting social media or digital technologies.
Well, so I thank you so much for being at the convention, and I appreciate your time. I hope to see you in the future sharing content on the television and guiding us so that we can make it more meaningful for the audience.
Sure, it will be my pleasure to share meaningful content and create an engagement that can mutually be beneficial. Thanks a lot for
Thank you so much for your time.
this interview.